Today, the gloves come off. Guys, 343 has ruined people's trust, and it's time to talk about this in detail and with full honesty. As just, someone that is a part of the community, but also as a content creator, I want to have a good relationship with 343 and with the powers that be. But quite frankly, this is something that I can no longer hold in, and it's something that is no longer avoidable. People are mad. People are disappointed and disgruntled. This is not a section of the community. This is pretty much just about everyone, right? It feels like, certainly, at least all the people that are speaking right now seem to be disgruntled or disappointed to some degree, right? How can you be excited about Halo 7 after what has happened? It feels like there is no assurance, and I want there to be some honest and transparent discussion about what happened. Now, 343 or Microsoft could pick up Halo Infinite years later and get maybe a third party to finish the game and make it the best Halo game to ever exist. Anything could happen. And we also know that Halo 7 is not being developed by the same people that got Halo Infinite into this disaster, but I think that really needs to be emphasized, right? There needs to be some assurance in a public discussion because, quite frankly, just looking at the live chat on this stream, there is no one that is forgetting about this, and I don't think they're going to forget in a year or two or three when Halo 7 comes out, right? I just don't think people are dumb. There's so many times that you can betray people's trust, and even optimistic people are being a bit more honest these days and saying that they're kind of disappointed here. So 343 is improving Halo Infinite still. They just did this hour-long stream, which, is about Banished Honor. It's a new operation coming April 30th. I actually thought that was it. I thought this game was donezo, but there's actually quite a lot of updates here, including the Flood palette that was promised, and, we also got an update for Forgers, a lot of niche stuff for Forgers, some really cool plants and alien particles. So that's nice. Gravity Hammer's getting a nerf. They've also added this new thing, the Exchange, where you can basically unlock vaulted free items only with Spartan points through daily challenges, normal challenges, and the Operation Pass, which honestly, most of the Operation Pass looks like you're just unlocking points the whole way through, but this is something that can kind of help the longevity a little bit. It does feel like, as the boys, I think, iconically quoted, that this is basically Spartan dress up the game, but what we wanted out of this game, I don't think is ever going to happen. The Falcon, those new weapons, all that stuff. I mean, we know that 343 is pivoting hard into developing Halo 7, but this hour-long community stream here was pretty much just the live stream chat was just, it was so full of Z's. Basically, people being disappointed, overwhelmed with negativity. The comment section, I can't even say the name Halo without people commenting on how angry and disappointed they are. And I think so many people have been so patient, and we still have really not been rewarded for that. We have entered another content drought, which is frustrating to me as a content creator. I've been doing this for 13 years. And I gotta say, how many times am I gonna allow myself to be hurt? It feels like I'm going back to an ex, as I've seen some people actually kind of relate to that, kind of like going back to an abusive ex over and over. Now, I'm never giving up on Halo. I just want to be honest about the state of the community right now, especially after this update, which does generally have good news. It's clear that Halo Infinite isn't being let go. It's not ending its development cycle or support cycle. It's just probably not ever going to be the game we want it to be. It would be awesome if, later down the road, if they relaunch this game, it's all patched up and fixed, but the reality is that they've already been working on Halo 7 for about 2, 3, 4 years, potentially, at least for 2, and they're probably well into working on that game, right? So this guy, Mischief, on Twitter, he said, Halo Infinite's development finished in 2023. I do not know why people need telling this when 343 has outright confirmed it. What we're seeing now is the remnants of seasonal content old management had done. And this actually is backed up not only by 343 basically heavily hinting it and saying, basically implying all this, but also I would say that they're kind of rehashing old vaulted content to kind of produce more armor content, to the store, because that's really all these updates are, is just like shop updates, but now they're kind of going back to old items. Anyways, he also says the most happening with Halo Infinite at the moment is the Forge team handling community content, which is big agree, right? And he said, this person said, they never said it finished. And he says, by finished, I mean that this is basically nothing new coming internally. So I'm usually pretty much on the same page with this guy, and he's very proactive about commenting on these kind of things. But everything we're seeing now is just remnants of what the old management did, which I don't quite agree with. I think obviously there's a lot of stuff with Forge that's still being actively developed on this game, but quite frankly, if this isn't true, then 343 needs to tell us. Like, you know, when we didn't get a new roadmap, a refreshed roadmap once they caught up last year, I think that was pretty much the tall tale sign, if any, if there weren't enough already, that this game was not really going to be getting the content that we want in any foreseeable future, like the Falcon, new sandbox items, and all of that. Now, with that being said, we need some kind of assurance, right? And so, you know, I've been asking you guys on my community posts, like, what do you hope for Halo 7? And what do you think that this game needs the most, right? And people are talking about how bad they want a campaign and story, right? And it makes sense why a lot of Halo fans, even though they might feel positively about Halo, they're just not playing Halo Infinite, right? Halo Infinite's Steam chart has actually reached a new time low. It's just not looking very great right now. You know, people that have been sticking with Halo Infinite for very long are no longer kind of participating in the game, right, as much. And so we're really seeing the end of the life cycle. That was it, man. I mean, that's upsetting. But in a way, as someone that kind of, you know, has a lot of experience in like speculation and a lot of fun in that, I'm excited to talk about Halo 7. I'm excited to share my excitement and hope and theories for Halo 7, because there's still the books that I need to read and catch up on. There's still plenty of time to speculate and discuss and talk about our needs, why 343 is developing the next Halo game, or another studio is. We're not quite sure yet, but it's pretty clear that they are working on a big Halo game, whether that's a Master Chief story or something, you know, entirely new, or even a standalone multiplayer. I think that 343, honestly, I think they should just do a campaign-only game, and they should outsource the multiplayer to another studio. It's pretty clear that 343 has always struggled with telling a compelling story, but also multiplayer. But I think more so, honestly, the multiplayer has always probably been much rougher than the campaign. I think Halo Infinite story was actually pretty good, pretty okay at least. So yeah, but soon we're going to be talking a little bit more about what is coming yet next. You know, Hidden Xperia actually said this about the trailer, the Banished Honor trailer. Really cool trailer, but man, I wish this was a teaser for playable Banished campaign DLC and not just another operation, right? This person said, story DLC, nope. Store DLC, yes, right? There's just, that's pretty much what this game has been resulted to, is just constant store updates. So I'm hoping that this serves as a big lesson to 343 moving forward, and I hope they actually talk about this in the future, which is that Halo Infinite didn't work, man. Like, what they try to do here, the free-to-play model sucks and did far more damage than I'm sure it helped. I'm sure they milked a lot of rich wells, but like, just make a game with the $60, $70, hell, even an $80 price tag. I'll pay for it, man. A good, complete Halo game, even just campaign, I'll pay $80 for that. Like I said, if they put Halo Infinite's campaign DLC in the store, I'd pay $130 for it. Fuck it. Why not? I want it that bad, right? I don't think they should do that, but I just think that there is a lot of demand for it. And if they really want to make money, that would be the way to do it, instead of nickel and diming people over rehashed content in the store and charging way too much for it, right? But what do you guys think? What kind of mood are you in, and what kind of mood have you been in? Because even though there's no finish line here where they said distinctly that the game is over, maybe in January that felt like the finish line, but how do you feel? It feels like that was pretty much it for Halo Infinite. And I gotta say, I feel like a little bit gaslit, to be honest. But I'll catch you guys in the next one soon, all right? Peace.